Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. We are continuing our coverage of basic concepts and basics things to do in ComfyUI in very easy and simple way. One of the common thing which we do when we are generating images from text prompt is to use a reference image to make sure that our resultant image looks like the reference image. For example, if you look at your screen, on the left hand side we have our reference image of a statue, and we want that whenever we generate an image from text it should look something like that, so it should get the features out of the reference image, and that is what is happening in our resultant image. Of course it is not perfect, there are a lot of things which are not accordingly, but if you really look from the first glance you see there's a ribbon coming out from the left. The uh, tilt of the face is just like the statue, and then you see there are few other features which look like our reference image. It is not exactly the same because we have entered some of the creativity from the model. So how do you get this thing in ComfyUI? So I'm in this video, this is what I'm going to show you in a step-by-step process as how you can do it in very simple and easy way, keeping the spirit of the channel in check. Now before I do that, let me give a huge shout out to our good friends at Mass Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. And I will also drop the link to their website with a coupon code of 50% discount, which will give you discount on range of GPUs in the video's description. So do check them out. Okay, coming back to this, let me clear the screen and we will go step by step as how to do that. Let's first click on load default and let's load our default ComfyUI. Now, if you don't know what ComfyUI is, how to install it, what are these nodes on your screen, I would highly suggest that go to my channel, just search with ComfyUI and watch this second video which says easiest tutorial on ComfyUI, and you should be able to install it locally and then you will know what exactly these nodes are. So highly recommended that if you want to follow along, that is a video to watch. Now, second thing which I would highly suggest you do is go to this website called as civitai.com, or you could go to Hugging Face and download this model which is called as Dream Shaper. This is a stable diffusion 1.5 model, and then just click on this download arrow and download it in your ComfyUI. How to do that, where to put this model, again please watch this video and you should be able to easily do that. Okay, so that is done. Next up, where it says load checkpoint, this is where we need to select our model. So click here and select Dream Shaper 8. That is done. Now for the prompts, there are two types of prompt which we need to give. One is a positive prompt which will tell the model what to create, and negative prompt which will tell the model what not to create. So for the positive prompt, all I'm just going to say here is close up illustration of an enemy girl with short blue hair, or whatever you want to give it. And then in the negative prompt, what we don't want any text, we don't want any watermark, we don't want it to be blurry, we don't want glitches, distortion, horror or anything, NSFW, and few other things, or whatever you don't want in the image you can put it here. Empty latent image is just an empty image which is a latent image in the abstract way. Again, I have done a video on it what exactly this means. And then we have case sampler which actually generates the image. Now the magic which actually controls this model to make sure that whatever image it is generating should be like our reference image is called as Controlnet, and I will show you shortly. But before that, let's load an image from our disk. Just get this load image node on the left hand side. Maybe I'll just bring it down and then load image here. Select the image from your local system. I'm just going to go with the statue one. So I have selected the statue from my local system. Now we need a control net model. So what is control net? So you see, we have this Dream Shaper model already. We have this reference image. If we want to control the output of that Dream Shaper model so that it will follow this style, it will get the features from this image, we would need to control that, and we control it with the control net model. There are various control net model for stable diffusion 1.5, and again you just need to go and search it on CVTI and you should be able to download it. So let me also show you how to go about it. First up, double click here, type Canny, and this is the Canny preprocessor which we need. Now what is Canny? So one of the control net name is Canny. Canny in the context of stable diffusion refers to the Canny edge detection algorithm. It detects the whole features and edges of your reference image. In simple words, Canny edge detection is a computer vision technique that identifies and outlines the edges in an image. It's named after its creator John F. Canny. Okay, so we have got the Canny here. Let's connect this image to this Canny's image. That is done. And then next up, first let's load the control net. Load control net model, because we would need a model, and for that one just click here and then select Canny safe tensor. As I said, this Canny safe tensor or control net 11 model, I'll just show you again, control net 11 models underscore Canny. You can go to CVTI and search here and you should be able to find it. So I already have it, so I'm not going to download it again. Now this is just going to download our control net model. Another node which we need is called as apply advanced control net. Now this node you won't find in the basic installation of ComfyUI. For that you would just need to go to manager on the right hand side, go to custom node manager and then search for apply advanced, or maybe just say advanced, and then what was that, it was control net, and there you go. So you just need to install this ComfyUI-advanced control net, and then once you install it you just restart it and then you should be able to find that apply advanced control net like I have done here. Now once you have this advanced control net here, this actually does the whole magic around controlling everything. So first up, let's connect this control net here, control this image here. This is our reference image. That is done. Also, instead of connecting this positive and negative prompt to case sampler, just pick it up here, connect the positive here, connect the negative here, and then we are passing it through the control net. So after passing it through, connect this positive here and then this negative here, and latent image is already connected. That is cool. You don't have to worry about any other input output for this one. So we have included that. Now let's go to the very right, and then this is our VA decode, which is decoding our latent image, and just delete this one. I'm just going to use preview image, which is easier to see the image. And let's go to preview image and connect this image to here and then make it a bit bigger here like this. Cool. Okay, that is much better, and we can of course increase or decrease it as we like as per our requirement. So that is done. Now we need to make sure all the configuration is right once we have the nodes in place. For that one, just confirm you have loaded the model, you have loaded the image, and then Canny is good. We have loaded the control net model, we have given our prompts, our empty latent images, fine. Now for the empty latent image, if your size is bigger you can increase the size, but for now let's keep it like this. And then from here you see that let's go up here. For this one, make sure that your strength is 0.9. I will shortly explain what exactly these numbers are, bear with me. And then just set it to 15%, which is 0.15, and then set it to 0.5 or 50%. And don't worry, I'm just going to explain shortly what it means. So that is done. Now for case sampler, just maybe let's go with fixed, so we don't want to generate a new image every time we run it. Steps 20, let's prompt adherence of this classifier guidance to 8. For sampler, let's go with the non-convergence one dpmm plus 2m STE. And for scheduler, I always normally go with Keras. If you don't know what these sampler scheduler are, please search my channel. I already have done a complete video on a very simple way. For now, just remember that these generate your images. Okay, so that is done. And now let me fit it into the one screen and then run it, and then we will see what it generates. And there you go, you see that it has generated this image, and if you compare both of these images, it has really taken the features out of it and it has added its own creativity. And that is what is the purpose of this advanced ControlNet node. So first, strength. Now let's try to understand what are these. So the main thing in ControlNet is strength, start percent and end percent. Strength, when it is set to 0, means a reference image would have no impact. 1 means pose or style in or features in reference image will be fully followed. A good value is 0.90, which also gives 10% or zero point 0.10 room to model for some creativity, and that is what model is doing here. Start percent, again, it is good to set this to 0.15 to start with, which means that from 0 to 15% the model will follow this prompt without applying ControlNet. So it means that it will start with an enemy. Then from 15% it will start applying ControlNet. So for example, if our reference image is a real human, but our prompt is saying to create enemy, the model will start creating enemy and then will apply ControlNet at 15%. This is what we are saying here. End percent, again, normally I set it to 50%, which means that as model started applying ControlNet at 15%, model will keep applying it until 50%, and then for the rest of it, it will use its creativity. So that model will add its own stuff. So this is what it means by strength, start percent and end percent. And you can tinker with these values to get an optimal image, but these are good starting points. So I hope that this was interesting. And one very important thing, look at this preview image. This has shown you that what sort of edges or canny edges this canny has identified in the statues. And you see that if you increase the threshold, it is going to make it more stronger, but this looks really good. So you can see that it has very correctly identified all the edges in the statue. How good is that? So that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Before I let you go, let me give a huge shout out to our sponsors of the video, who are AgentQL. AgentQL is a query language that turns any web page into a data source. With its Python SDK and live debugging tool, you can scrape and interact with web content. AgentQL works on any page. It is resilient, it is reusable, it structures output accordingly to the shape of your query. It is a robust alternative to fragile XPath, as it uses the power of AI to analyze the page structure to find the data you are looking for. And I will also drop the link to their website in video's description, so do check them out. So that's it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network, as it helps. Thank you for watching.